Let's go.
What could go wrong?
I can feel the emotion.
Could be a great night, guys. Could be a terrible night.
It truly could be.
Could be whatever. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the pregame lounge. We are presented by Miller Lite. It is Miller time here at DNVR, live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Nuggets at the Pelicans.
Oh, boy.
Nuggets at the Pelicans tonight. We're going to get you guys set for that matchup and talk about the game. I'm Harrison Wynn. That's Brendan Vogt.
A wise man once said this team could beat anyone and they could lose to anyone. Truer words have never been spoken. Pelicans, buckle up, everyone. I'm happy to be here.
It's another game where we are playing arguably the worst team in the NBA at this point in time.
Are you talking about the Denver Nuggets?
No, the team we're playing, the New Orleans Pelicans.
I feel like we are constantly playing against the Denver Nuggets. We are, and they are beating the shit out of us this year, to be honest. Like they're bringing
killing
stuff,
us this
they're
year.
bringing stuff that
Actually
I didn't even,
killing us.
They've got a bag I never thought was available, and it is deep and it is dark.
Deep bag. Over there, that's Superstar Dev.
Listen, you could not be cocky on these type of games anymore. And it actually sucks.
Basketball
I would
games.
love to just walk into this and say, oh man, this is going to be a blowout. Nope, can't do it. So you know what? I'm excited about the game.
Excited is a good way to put it. So am I. Nuggets are in New Orleans. Last game of the road trip. They come home to play Phoenix tomorrow. So first half of the back-to-back tonight. Game notes. What's going on with the Pelicans these days?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's check in on our good friends, the Pelicans.
Yeah.
And with their injury report, well, a lot like last time, Jose Alvarado, he's out. Brandon Ingram, he's out.
Okay.
Zion Williamson, he's out.
Okay.
So there's that. So if that sounds foreboding for anyone, of course, that was a lot like the setup the last time they played. However, the Denver Nuggets will have Nikola Jokic this time, and I do think that will help. We'll see.
That last game when the Nuggets did lose, it was not Jokic starting at center.
No, that is
New
right.
Orleans, I'm talking
and
about.
that does matter, although it was still a horrible loss.
Yeah.
Denver starting five tonight, fellas. The starting five they'd like to see. It is Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Christian Brown was on the injury report, as was Dario Saric. They are both available, fellas.
Saric is back?
Saric is
Let's
back.
go!
Let's go.
But dude, you missed. I know that's
Solstice miracle.
Go!
not to be buried by the Saric headline.
What's
Harrison.
happening?
Christian Brown is also going to play despite that low back strain. So there you go. The New Orleans Pelicans, fellas. Well, they're in last place in the Western Conference. They only have 5 wins on the season. They've only won 5 times all year. And we know what one of them was. It was against the Denver Nuggets. Now, what exactly do the Pelicans do well? Not a ton, but they are the 9th ranked team in second chance points per game.
Oh, God.
Which is, well, if you want to look at the blueprint for upsetting the Denver Nuggets, second chance points are a big part of it. Now, they're also one of those teams that's pretty bad. They missed some shots. There are a lot of rebounds to go get, but we know Denver struggles in this category, and this is one area where New Orleans is a top 10 team, so possibly a recipe for disaster. However, points in the paint in general, New Orleans does fall off. They become a bottom 10 team, bottom 6 team, actually. So really, guys, as is often the case, defense and rebounding will probably determine how close this game is. And those are the 2 most controllable factors for the Nuggets in wins and losses this year. And when they lose because of it, it drives us insane.
I'm looking at the numbers for New Orleans on the season right now. 29th in offense. The only team they've been better than is the Wizards. And 28th in defense. The only teams they've been better on or better than defensively are the Wizards and the Jazz. And then, you mentioned second chance points. I mean, the Nuggets have not controlled the defensive glass well all season. It's been a storyline, around 20th in rebounding, defensive rebounding for most of the year. To me, that just comes down to energy and effort, mostly. They have the height, they have the length. It's really just about boxing out and getting rebounds. So that'll be an interesting storyline for sure.
It's why they lost to Portland, fellas.
Yeah,
and it's why they can't lose to the Pelicans. It can't be the reason, why they lose to the Pelicans, or else it's going to be a brutal post game show.
What are you watching for tonight, Superstar Dev? What do you got your eye on?
The first thing that stands out to me is
The NFL.
It just does not feel as if the Nuggets have played with their starters. Like, somebody's always out. So this is going to be another look that they get to, get with their actual starting five, which I'm very excited for. I feel like roles need to be put, back into place where guys have to stand and get some connection, just playing with a little bit more chemistry, and we get to finally see that. I don't care that it's against the Pelicans. I want it to just have a good start and finish and just be able to close a team out. So I'm excited to see if they can do that.
Last year, this year, with the regular starting five, do you know what the Nuggets' record is in games where the regular starting five has started?
How many games are there?
They've done it 9 times. They've played 9 games.
Are they 7-2
with the regular starters?
I bet they're 9-0.
Dev, what do you think?
I would go 8-1.
They're 4-5.
Oh, see, that's even scarier. That's actually a
terrible.
big thing. Then.
They're 4-5 in the 9 games that they've had Jamal Murray, Christian Brown,
Dude, that's
Michael
crazy.
Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic for. Last season, they were 37-11 with the starters.
It's actually not that shocking when you think about Russell
4-5.
Westbrook. They win every game that he's been
he
starting.
starts. Yeah,
So
that's a
like
good
there
point,
has to
Deb,
been
yeah.
something with Jamal, like early on with not getting those wins. So like that is a shocking stat. That's a crazy one. That now it's definitely something that I want to see.
There are so many weird stats about this team that make it really hard to feel like you've got your finger on what's going right and what's going wrong. I mean, obviously, the bench starter stuff is the clearest, but then they lose that Portland game where they win the non-Jokic minutes. So it's a game of whack-a-mole right now. If they figure something out and something else springs up,
What are you watching for tonight?
it's got to be rebounding. It has to be, because I'm with you, man. I call defense and rebounding controllable factors. Now, personnel-wise, they may not have what they need to be elite in either category.
Yeah.
But they have what they need to be better than they are, in my opinion. This is, to some extent, these are controllable. And when they do it, I feel like that's when they get out to their comfortable leads. That's when they win these games a little easier than others. That's how they win those first halves, which goes so well for them. So it's just got to be that. I mean, like, we know if Denver seals that stuff up, they should win this game with Jokic on the floor. But we know when they don't do that, they can lose any game, and that's what I'm watching for tonight for sure.
What about you, D-Line?
I just want some effort, man.
Me too.
That's it. Like, just play like professionals. Like, I am so disgusted with the Denver Nuggets right now. Like, that last loss, it was so demoralizing because it felt like we got past this part of the Denver Nuggets. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Like, they figured it out. Jamal Murray's playing well again. Blah, 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 this, that. And for them to go out and give up that much easy scoring to a team like the Portland Trailblazers, the same way they did to the Washington Wizards, the same way they did to the Pelicans before. It's like, what are you guys doing? I mean, like, I am so frustrated with this team right now because I don't know what the issue is, and I'm starting to, for the first time in this era, think that we don't have the right guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it looks like, as it has when they have won,
Yeah.
oh, there's Porter rumors. Guess what? We want him to be our teammate next week. We're going to play that way. Porter, oh, you're trying to trade me? I want to be on this team.
I know.
I want to play that way. And same with Malone and so forth and so on and so forth. So it is energy, it is effort. I do think the two statistical categories we will see that reflected in or not are rebounding and then defense, broad
I
category.
want to see Nikola Jokic set the tone tonight. And my feeling is he won't, because, yeah, I know he had 34 points last game against Portland. I know he had a triple-double against the Kings. I don't feel like he's been all the way there these last few games. And, like, last game of a road trip, it just seems like a spot that they're all going to come out a little flat. I would love if he like said, we're not going to do that. We're going to actually play really hard from the get-go tonight. And I would love it if he gave some more effort defensively and just kind of played with energy right away in the first quarter. Because we've seen with this team, when they win first quarters, they usually win the game. And they just haven't gotten off to these great starts. I feel like Jokic, nobody else can really set the tone for this team. It's got to be him. So that's what I'm looking for tonight.
Do you think he's more or less likely to do that, knowing that this this team lost to the Pelicans the last time when he was not there, as well as just coming off of another embarrassing loss, the most embarrassing loss of the season?
Well, there are several contenders. For
I know,
that,
like,
Dev.
how can you
I don't think you
what
can
a bold statement.
throw that statement
What
out
is
there.
he?
Like,
What are you doing, Dev?
He was available. He was available this time.
So many hot takes coming from this side of the couch, man.
The fact that they lost to the Pelicans last time, I think, bears no meaning to Jokic at all. The fact they're coming off a loss, maybe a little bit, but I feel like he's just gonna play how he's gonna play. I don't know.
And you got to dominate the first. I mean, so it's actually kind of shaken out so far. The second quarter is where the Nuggets get destroyed now. They're 27th in net rating in the second quarter, 15th now in the first quarter, dead even. Because I think the games they have won the first quarter, it's really gone their way, and it's kind of swung even. But the problem is, it's got to be better than 15th in the first, because the second is that large stretch of non-Jokic minutes.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get better. So the first has to get better.
Yeah.
And that's where it feels like, okay, are you boxing out? Are you flying around on defense? Are you setting the tone for an easier night? Because, as you were just alluding to, still undefeated on the year, I believe, when they win both first quarters and the first half. So this is a team that you can just tell, man, what kind of basketball do they want to play right away? Because they're good enough in the second half to make anything a game. Do they care enough in the first half to make these games go the way we want them to?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this. Oh
yeah. God. What a screenshot. What a screenshot.
What a sellout. Nice coat.
So if you haven't seen, Adam Mara is not on the show tonight. He's filling in for Chris Dempsey on Altitude.
Look at that speech bubble coming from. Whoa.
What is he? He's going for 50 Shades of Grey. Like, what is happening here?
Did he buy this jacket today?
Yep, 100,000%.
Then he's doing like the jacket with the T-shirt. Like he thinks he's so cool.
Oh, by the way, just to be clear, this is the closest he gets to jacket and tie. This is out of.
There's no way he actually owns a tie. I mean,
No,
he
there's
was
no
not
chance.
showing up in that.
No, Sheila bought this. Sheila bought this.
Apparently he doesn't.
Oh man,
That's
hey,
a T-shirt under a jacket he definitely just bought an hour ago from Nordstrom Rack.
if you don't know, our guy Adamana's hanging out with Altitude on the pregame show today. Not us. What a sellout.
This has to be the first time all year he's got a haircut.
It's true.
He definitely got the haircut today too. Sport clips. Yep.
he looks great.
it is
Congratulations
cool, though.
to our
This
guy.
actually, like, it's very cool. It's
This
cool.
is super cool.
It's super
really,
cool.
he's honestly he is taking over. Like he's
Yeah.
on everything right now.
Yeah, and now
Like,
he's
everything.
banned from this show. So,
He was on most things until now.
as I was saying, I don't know if you saw this video from Nuggets practice, but Nikola Jokic isn't just good at basketball; he's also good at volleyball. Do we have this queued up, Kale?
This is so
Can we go to this
unsurprising.
right now? Via Katie Wingy, who tweeted this out. Did you guys see this? Jokic just playing a little volleyball.
Oh, yeah, just smashing
him and
it.
Aaron Gordon. There's him and Malone playing a little volleyball. I don't know if you guys saw Michael Malone's daughter going to North Carolina to
North
play volleyball
Carolina.
on
Look at
scholarship.
that serve.
I bet that was a
From Colorado.
An ace.
That's like insane.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's pretty unsurprising to me that Jokic is good at volleyball. I feel like any of these
swing his
It's
big
the
arms.
least surprising thing ever.
volleyball, water polo,
Any arm-based
Any
thing.
sport. Okay, here's a little behind the curtain for everybody out there. Any sport or game, Jokic is good at.
but also the hand-eye, like so volleyball, basketball, water polo. I bet you ping pong. He's filthy.
Phenomenal
Actually,
ping
we've
pong
seen him
player.
play ping pong. He
Which
is
is anything
filthy.
arm-based.
Hand-eye
Yeah.
coordination.
I bet he's nasty at spike ball. I
Yeah,
bet
he-
he's
they-
filthy
he
at
is.
They
that.
played
We've
that
seen
last
that
year.
as
He is
well.
that very nasty at it.
Man.
But I feel like you could give Jokic any sport or game. He's just one of those guys where it works this way.
My favorite was training camp last year when they played football.
Yeah,
It
football.
was like raining stuff into the hoop from across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give him any sport or game or ball activity, anything where he has to use hand-eye coordination, explain the rules to him, and he's just immediately better than you.
Do you guys go to school with people like that would just
Yes.
pick up a game in
Yes.
30 seconds and make you so mad?
Yeah.
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 All right.
But
Jokic is definitely
least
that
surprising thing ever that Jokic is good at.
I was usually that guy.
Yeah. Can't relate. Yeah.
I really was the guy that just beat the shit out of my friends. I didn't have that very talented friends. But I just
Okay,
because I was like an art guy, so I could just destroy them in anything.
art
I always felt like
Yeah.
there was one skater guy in every school who didn't take sports seriously, but could
Yeah.
low-key do all like
Yeah,
could
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
rainbow
they be
off-
dunking and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wait, what is happening
Yeah.
here?
It's kind of
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, to be honest, but he just plays
Oh
football.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought D-Line was going to be like a tetherball guy.
Oh, I'll take you a tetherball.
Yeah, I
Four
see. I knew
square?
it. I knew
I bet
it.
Jokic is a
Anything
filthy
eye hand coordination, yeah, I'll be a problem for you. I promise.
Yeah, I figured. Let's move on to our next topic. I don't know if you guys saw the latest trade rumor involving the Nuggets via friend of the show, Mark Stein. He wrote in his Substack yesterday that maybe people within the Nuggets, they might not be 100% in on the trade to get another star. You know, the Zach LaVine type trade. Maybe, and if you're reading the Nuggets trade rumor tracker on DNVR.com, you saw this. You can read that there. But maybe they would rather a trade that nets them 2 starting level players.
Okay.
Instead of just the one guy. So, trade packages like the Nets package, you know, to get a Cam Johnson and then Dorian Finney-Smith or a Bogdanovich. Maybe the Hawks package to get again, Bogdanovich or DeAndre Hunter. So, what would you think of that type of deal, Brendan Vogt, as compared to the LaVine trade, which we spent the most time on, and definitely seems like that's something that could happen.
It's definitely the one we're gonna have talked about the most that doesn't happen.
But
Yes.
the three of us got together, did a little podcast, talked about those rumors.
Yeah.
And
what would you think about the trade where they get maybe 2 starting level guys as opposed to just the one,
I
like
think
LaVine?
you just frame it like that. I think you and I were both a little more excited by that option than adding one guy, LaVine, particularly because I think with LaVine, it's a little less consistent than maybe some people realize, and there's some injury availability concerns. But ultimately, Denver still has a good starting 5. I mean, if you're really hoping to move off MPJ, not just to shake things up, but to open up, try to create some depth, try to change the rotation. And I feel like you're best suited to do that by, if you could, adding a, let's call it mid-level starter that could be approximate replacement for MPJ. Cam Johnson is a good example. And then a guy that could help your bench. And I think that would go a really long way. To me, that makes more sense than just trying to turn Porter into either LaVine or Ingram. But that is...
Well, we're not doing it.
I know.
Let's just never mention that.
I really... that one was for us.
I can't do
There's
that.
almost a guarantee that it's gonna happen now. Your level of
No, thank God he's not playing tonight. Thank God. So yeah, I think
maybe they're holding him out for a trade.
Oh my God.
In terms of while we're parsing out trade options, if you said, hey, there is a trade to be made, I would say I prefer that option to just one for one.
What do you guys think? Would you rather the LaVine superstar haul or getting multiple starting level guys?
I mean, the depth is the word that he used that like makes the most sense. That's been the issue with the Nuggets all season long. When you say how many real guys they have, if you're adding more to the mix there, like that adds a bench. So maybe you answer something that they've never been able to answer throughout Jokic's whole tenure. Maybe you just add another player that's really serviceable as a starter and then also the bench. So like I would go with that option. I wouldn't be upset with another superstar, another guy that could bring it every single night. But I think that I would go with the option of having 2 guys. People say 2 is better than 1.
Who says that?
I'm guessing you're a LaVine.
Yeah,
You're
which
a LaVine guy.
is it? Did
Me,
they tell you?
Levine?
No.
Me? Did you say 2 is better than 1 in the last relationship you were in? I bet you didn't. Bet you did not. Listen,
They
man.
tried.
Listen, man. You got to get top level. You got to get better at the very top. You got to be, and whoever you displace from the starting lineup then becomes a de facto bench player, which adds depth in that way. Like to me, you just got to cobble together the best 5 guys. Period. And I don't know that any other player. I mean, if you're saying that Christian Brown should be replaced by Dorian Finney-Smith, I mean, like. I guess I'd have to see what the starting lineup looks like. But to me, I don't want to build up the bench. I just want the best 5 guys. Like that is what is going to win or lose you. Obviously, you got to get to the playoffs. You got to survive 10 minutes a night without those 5 guys, but you can put together some amalgamation of players to get you through that time. But like, I just want you know what I mean? Like, I just want, like, give me. If I'm going to break this thing up, like, give me a guy.
Yeah, at this point,
I understand that. Yeah.
At this point, Dev, I'm curious what you think about this. If I could handpick any change to the starting lineup, as of right now, I would have Julian Strother be a more playable guy, even if it's like a veteran. Because I think they're going to get to 8 guys in the playoffs, 7, 8 guys, or try to. And
8 real guys.
Well, that's the goal. And Malone wants Strother to be one of those guys. And I don't know that he is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to switch that up, it has to be 2 caliber guys that have already been proven. I think that's what the issue is when you bring in a name like Julian Strother. He has not been proven.
No.
Peyton Watson hasn't proved himself, at this point of his career yet. So like you'll be like just taking a chance if you bring in those type of young guys. It has to be someone that has already proven himself in this league and have shown that they're going to be around for like the long haul. Because you don't want it to be a chance. So like, yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, listen, like Swipa is available. Like I've heard that the Kings are the Swipa camp. Like there's a spot open on this show. Obviously, Adam's big market now. No, that that the Kings are willing to move on past
There
De'Aaron
are some
Fox.
rumblings that there could be some.
That
some
would be
noise
sick
there.
as hell, man. If we could get De'Aaron Fox, like if Levine's not your flavor, okay. I mean, like you can make things work. I mean,
Yeah.
and. You're talking about like, oh, can the Nuggets play 3 guards? Can Levine be the 3? The Dallas Mavericks played a 3-guard lineup that was the most devastating thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and they used to kill us with it all the time. And Zach LaVine is a giant guard. Like he's not hard coded to play guard in the NBA. It's just that he can also play with the basketball in his hands because he's multi-talented that way. Like. He's big enough to be just a shoot. He can be a catch and shoot guy. Like the guy can score any way. He doesn't have a certain way he has to play. So to me, I look at that. I'm like, that's a guy. Like there's so much talent that is just not being utilized there. It's like when the Warriors got Wiggins, and we were like, Wiggins is the worst player in the league. And then he went to the Warriors. He was the absolute perfect guy that they needed to get them over the hump and win the championship. And it made so much sense. And he didn't play a position that he traditionally had. It's just like you just need guys, man. Give me some guys.
Just need some guys.
I want to grab a guy.
Just grab them. Just grab them.
I'm so grumpy about this team, man. I just can't even get over it.
We need a win. I'm sure this won't be the last time we're talking about a potential
Give me
trade.
a guy that's going to bring effort and wants to win.
Yeah. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, what do we got for our pregame picks tonight?
First off, thank you, Bet365. Thanks in advance.
Oh, baby, okay.
The Nuggets.
I like starting off like that.
That's a good start.
Just a PSA to Bet365.
The Nuggets start this game out as 10-point favorites.
Jesus, that scares me.
10-point favorite.
We're so cooked.
And it truly sucks to
Nobody
say
tells
this.
them that.
This is a revenge game. This is a revenge spot against the Pelicans. It's just pretty wild. 10, huge line, very big line. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not touching it at all.
I think that's right.
But I do think that they win this game. They should win this game. They should blow out. I won't be the one that is pushing for that. So we're going to stay away from that one. I am going to go with under 232. At some point, the defense has to arrive, right?
It's tonight, huh?
Like they have to.
All right.
I mean, who's on the other
Tonight's
team?
the
Like
night.
CJ McCollum is like who you're trying to slow down. Like DeJounte Murray. Like who are the
Don't
scorers
say it
that
like
is just a
that
little
because
too
they're
much?
going to kill. No, it's some guy you've never heard of.
Yves Messi or something.
God
like
damn it. He's going to kill us.
that? Oh man, that sucks. I'm gonna go with under 232 just because I don't think that it could happen.
No,
For the Pelicans side of things, I've been on it and I'll never let it go. Trey Murphy looks like a drummer in your like church
Yeah.
band. Is it choir? What is it? The church. He's just a respectful looking young man. Like every single time I see him,
looks
I'm
like-
like,
Are you Catholic? My choir did not have drummer boys.
what a
dude.
nice. No,
Not a lot of
Oh, gee.
rhythm in the Catholic choir section.
What Dev's trying to say is he looks nice, put together like Adam, but sitting behind a desk.
That's what he's
exactly.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. He's known for his defense, not lately. Without Zion, without Ingram, he's been the one that's scoring for them. I'm going to go over 18.5 points for our nice young man. Let's go with over
What a nice young man.
7.5 assists for DeJounte Murray.
Okay.
He used to be a ball hog, not so much anymore. So I'm going to go over there. I just like for him to get himself going a tad bit. For the Nuggets, where you guys really care about,
All right, let me listen up.
let's go over 2.5 3-pointers for Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
This is plus money. He finally got to see some drops. It's what we've been waiting for.
Please.
The offense starting to get it going on, and this is another opportunity to get him some spacing out there. I think he knocks down over 2.5 3-pointers. We're going to stick and go right back to the well on the bet that we love betting. Over 1.5 assists for Michael Porter Jr. as a juicer as well. This is high odds, but it's been hitting. So you might as well add it to a bet if there's something that you really like. I'm going to go over right there. I'm going to go over 5.5 assists for Jamal Murray. He had like 10 assists last game.
He
like
did
it's
have
really
exactly 10.
quiet that he's been having these type of assist numbers this entire year. I feel
Yeah.
like he's been just trying to find guys and make sure that the offense is flowing. We're going to go right there. 5.5 assists is just a little too low. For our rebound bet, I'm a little nervous about this one.
Oh, God.
Christian Brown, over 3.5. Sometimes they have not been playing him a lot. Like he's been a little bit in the doghouse. So he has to get this very early. He has to have his impact in the game. If he isn't scoring much, it has to be in different ways. So I just feel like this is a way that he can get that is the rebounds. Gordon was not good last game.
No, he
Just
was
not at all.
terrible.
Yeah.
He was very bad. It wasn't discussed as much, but he has to be better, and he knows he has to be better. He needs a game where he's filling up the box score, where he's scoring in different ways, and I think that this is a game. I'm going to go over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists for that guy.
Have the Nuggets ever lost a game when they've just established Aaron Gordon in the paint in the
Never.
first quarter?
Never.
They win every game where they do that.
Every single time, or they get such a big lead that it's hard for them
Yeah.
to lose. That's something I just hope that they do a bit more of. For our Jokic bet, let's go over 41.5 points plus rebounds.
This is a bounce. You're calling a bounce back for Jokic here?
Yeah, bounce back in a
mean,
weird
it's-
way. He had a monster game. This is just about energy. Like his stats are what we expect
Yeah.
from him. Not so much of the rebounding. So maybe rebounds should be a good bet too to add in there. I did
what
put points plus
yeah,
rebounds, but he did not rebound well last game, and that's like a shocking stat for him. Sad we have to expect the same amount of minutes and energy here, but this is where we are. So I'm just gonna just bet it like it's a regular game.
Yeah.
Jokic. I'm gonna go. The defensive bet is Jokic as well. 2.5 stocks. I just think he gets it with the steals, rebounds. I mean, it's steals, blocks, but the steals is the ones. And for the lock, it's Jamal Murray.
Oh?
He's been scoring. He's been scoring lately. 19.5 points for him. I think he gets going early on. And we already know if he gets going early on, he won't pass it as much to certain guys.
Yeah.
I just think that this is going to be one of those type of games where he gets himself going very easily. They have DeJounte Murray that's going to be on him. I think he takes that matchup personal. This is a good scoring night for him.
3 straight 20-point scoring games for Jamal Murray. 4 straight 19-point plus scoring games for Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
So we think it's going to be 5.
I mean, I think that's when you say I don't even want to say the keyword. When you talk about
you're
Jamal
not allowed
Murray
to.
and where he's at, in his season, if 20 is the line, like I think he's there right now. I think 18, 19, 20. And
He's back to it,
he's back to that, I think.
which is him being back.
So in that,
that's what he is.
all right, I'll see you guys later. It's game time.
Do you know what Jamal Murray's averaging on the year?
Is it 18.5?
Probably the exact same as last year, or probably
It's
higher.
Almost 19.
Almost 19.
So lower. We got to hit some super chats before we get out of here.
Oh, sorry, that's me. DJT's Nuggets next 4 years. Fire Booth. Sell the team to me.
Oh, great.
Trade anybody now. I did
Yeah,
not
let's,
realize what I just read when I read their name.
Let's deport Jokic, right? Let's go.
Peter Duck. I just want to see Jokic out there with good energy.
Me too, Peter Duck.
I really am Ron Burgundy with that teleprompter. I do not check your names. I just read them. DJ Seahawk. We don't want Zach. We want Bogey for Christmas. Hashtag shut up and take my money. Not to be confused with the last. Oh, wait, it's the same guy. No Adam equals loss. Let's see. Eyeballs. Hell of a night if we win. Tongue.
First off, when Adam hasn't been here, they have been. Remember, we went to the arena for like a 4-game win streak or something like that.
Oh, we've had some epic nights here.
Also, like, how sad are we now that if they win tonight, it's going to be a great night? The fucking Pelicans.
God, we are down so bad right
We
now.
are so down horrendous.
Nuggets Pelicans coming up. We'll be back here hopefully in the Winners Lounge in a couple hours.
Please,
Talk to you guys.
we don't have enough. Please.